There are times we need to detect the platform in which our app is running and customize some styles or behaviors. Here's an example. Look at our styles object. Let's remove these two properties so our button is no longer at the center of the screen. Take a look. So it's here on the top, but look at our Android virtual device. Our button is below the status bar. So this safe area view component that we used earlier, it only works for iOS. So it makes sure that our content is not covered by this notch on iPhone. It has no effect on Android at the time of recording this video. So in this case, we need to manually add some padding on the top to push this button down so it's no longer behind the status bar. This is where we use the platform module. So on the top, we import the platform module from React Native. Now, over here, we can add a third style, padding top. We want to set this dynamically. If the current platform is Android, we want to set this to, let's say 20. Otherwise, we want to set it to 0. So here we type platform. Now this object has a few properties. OS returns the operating system, which can be Android, iOS, and so on. We can also get the version of our platform. We can check to see if this is an iPad, if this is a TV, and so on. So let's read this property. We can compare this with, now here we press Control and space. We can see various values that are accepted. So we have Android, iOS, macOS, web, and Windows. So if this is Android, we want to set padding top to 20. Otherwise, we want to set it to 0. Save. Take a look. Now our button is below the status bar. But why 20? Well, this was just for a demo. The proper way to do this is to calculate the height of the status bar and use that as the value for this style. So on the top, we're going to import the status bar API. Now, we're going to replace 20 with status bar dot current height. This is the proper way to add padding on the top because the height of the status bar might be different from one Android phone to another. So save the changes. Now our button is just below the status bar.